Hello, everyone. It is Camille here back with another Astro-Bash speaker interview. Today, we are here with the lovely Celeste Brooks. Celeste, thank you so much for being with us and for speaking at this conference. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? And if you want to, you can put your sun, moon, and rising in there.
Wonderful. Well, hi everyone. I'm Celeste Brooks, and I am a Taurus sun, an Aries moon, and a Cancer rising. And my specialty is everything about the moon and the moon phases. I just adore the moon as a Cancer rising, and my moon is
Yeah.
in my 10th house. And so my background is I spent 25 plus years in corporate America in sales, marketing, and business
Mm.
development roles. And when Saturn was squaring my Sun Saturn conjunction and Uranus on my Sun Saturn conjunction, I took
Yeah.
a leap of faith
Yeah.
and retired early to pursue my passion and purpose as an astrologer, coach, and intuitive.
Ah, I love that. Hopefully the same for me too. Well, tell us what kind of astrology you practice and how you got into it. I assume it's evolutionary astrology or kind of similar, but let us know.
Yeah, I mix a bunch of different
Me
things.
too. Yeah.
So I practice evolutionary, traditional
Hmm.
astrology, some modern techniques I put in as well, and yeah, even a little dash of esoteric. So it's really a mix of what techniques I find work for my clients as well
Yeah.
as myself um, when I'm working with
Yeah, I
people.
love that diverse approach because I'm the same way. I put everything into the bathtub and see what really, really resonates. So I can really relate to that. Well, since you are speaking at Astro-Bash, why don't you give us a little bit of a sneak preview into what it is that you will be talking about and what we can enjoy in about 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about the lunar phase families,
Ah,
which were discovered by Dietrich Pessin, an astrologer. So most people are familiar with the 29-ish day um, lunar phase lunar phase from the new moon till the balsamic moon.
yeah.
But there's also this larger story that goes on over 27 months where your chart, you'll have a new moon,
Hmm.
and then 9 months later, you'll have a first quarter moon where the moon is activating the same part in your chart. 9 months after that, a full moon, and 9 months after that, a last quarter moon. And they're often when your chart is activated, like it's on a planet or an angle or a node, you'll have a story which has these pivot points or
Yeah.
these evolving pieces over this 27-month cycle. You can think
Mm.
about how it takes 9 months to birth a baby.
Mm.
These 9 months, nine is a very
Oh, I
important
see.
number.
Yeah. Yeah, like a
Around
kind of like a
growth and
gestation
cycles.
period. Yeah, that's
Yes,
really, really
it's called,
cool.
yeah, the lunar gestational cycle or
Oh,
lunar
that's what it's
phase
called?
family.
Very cool, very cool. I'm looking forward to knowing more about that because I haven't heard of that quite yet. So that'll be exciting. One thing I've been asking people here, kind of funnily, is if there's any astrological misconception that is out there that you want to kind of like go on record to correct or just talk about, because there's such a big astrology boom, especially on the internet, with so many people having so many things to say. I'm curious if there's anything that like haunts you.
Well, I don't like when people say, "Oh, he's this."
Yeah.
Are we compatible? It's
Yeah.
like there is so much more to the relationship astrology and synastry than just your sun sign or even just your
Absolutely.
sun and moon sign. I mean, you really need to look at both charts. It's a lot more complex. So
Yeah.
I really hate when I hear people suggesting they're going to reject someone because their sun signs aren't compatible.
Yeah, I hate that too because we're so much bigger than all of that. Even outside of astrology, we're bigger than just the one thing. So I totally,
Exactly.
totally agree. Well, I know you're speaking at Astro-Bash, and I know that you mix a lot of different kinds of astrologies together, but I'm curious to hear from you, whether it's just one form of astrology or astrology in general, what you find so helpful about it and what your clients find helpful about the practice as well.
Yeah. Well, I found astrology life changing and understanding myself.
Yeah.
Both the light and the shadows of my personality and
Mhm.
other people. It helped me so much understanding other people, and I think it really helps people with one, like rooting yourself in everyday life,
Yeah.
understanding the timing of things. Life is not random and chaotic, although things, we don't have control over everything, but for everything there is a time and a season. So rooting
Yes.
yourself in everyday life, understanding the timing of things, understanding where there's energy for growth versus like the headwinds can be so
Yeah.
helpful. And understanding yourself, your personality, as well as the people around you. I think it really
Mhm.
helps parents help parent their children better, as well as having better relationships with loved ones. So those are some of the things I think.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
so
could go on and
I
on. There's
know,
so
right?
many benefits
It's so
to
invaluable.
astrology.
I like what you said about like there's a time and a season for everything, because I find that helpful even reflecting on my own transits. Like this is time constrained, right? So if you know that, you can get more out of the moment and not think it's going to be forever, right? Should it be like the headwinds, right? So I really like the timing aspect of it too. So in this kind of post-ish COVID world, we're kind of getting back into IRL astrology conferences, which I'm really excited about. I'm curious if there's anything that you really, really love about being among fellow astrologers in person versus like all these Zoom things that we've been doing over the last couple of years.
Oh, you just connect so much more deeply when you meet in person. And it's so fun if you've been in
Yeah.
classes or other workshops with people when you come together and can just, yeah, connect, talk about the astrology, but also just get to know people,
Yeah.
one on one, face to face. There's a whole different thing. And I don't know if Astro-Bash has a dance party, but if it does, you will see me on the dance floor. Yes, you will.
Fingers crossed we do. Yeah.
Yes,
I'll be
that's
there
my
too, Celeste. I'll be there too. It's going to be really, really, really fun. And I'm so looking forward to being able to meet you as well. And I'm so happy that it's just around the corner. It's just so exciting that it's actually happening. So thank you so much
Oh,
for
can I say a
oh
couple
yeah,
more things?
absolutely.
Yes, I forgot to say, I started when I did my introduction. My
Mm,
business is Astrology by
yes.
Celeste, and you can reach me at astrologybyceleste.com. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, not Twitter, what do you call it? TikTok and
TikTok.
YouTube at Astrology by Celeste everywhere. And my podcast is the Celestial Insights Podcast, which is here to help you navigate the energies of the week like a boss, available everywhere except Pandora. Yes. And I
Yeah.
also specialize in mundane astrology and horary astrology. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
do
why I left that
everything.
out.
Yeah.
Mundane is one of my favorites, the astrology of the world events, and so I talk
Yeah.
about that every week on my Instagram program.
I've listened to your podcast quite a few times, and it's really fun and really engaging, and it does, as you say, empower you for like what is going to be happening. So I encourage people to listen to that as well. And thank you for adding that. I do mean to ask like where people can find you. Well,
Yes.
thank you for that. Thank you for adding all your rich perspectives. I'm looking forward to hearing you talk. If you are watching this and you're interested in coming to Astro-Bash in person or live streaming it, which is the second best way to experience it, go ahead and go to www.asto-bash.com and you can register today. Thank you so much, Celeste. I'll see you there, and I'll see everyone there who's watching as well.
Thank you, Camille. I look forward to meeting you in person.
You too. Take care.